it's something of a lottery whether you actually arrive in one piece due to the standard of driving these days, but I have arrived in one piece and I'm back up in rather wet and windy mid Wales. It's the end of April 2024 and I'm back up after not doing much for about the last month due to Easter. Easter equals traffic jams on the motorway around our way, and it equals places that are more expensive than they need to be, and it equals places that are packed out with people. Now this place now is up to £10 a night, which I think is great still for what you get, and I do absolutely love this site. It's Fforest Fields in mid Wales. And again, I'm out walking this week. I was going to go out tonight, but it really is grim. Didn't fancy getting soaking wet tonight. Don't even fancy walking down to stick something in the microwave. So I do have to go down and try and get some kitchen roll. I come up here and I found that my stocks are devoid of kitchen roll. And who can do without kitchen roll? I've got this. It's Make, Do and Mend. It was a late night raid on Co-op last night. That was £1.33 for a fair old weight of macaroni cheese, actually. So there. And with that, from the sort of microwavy mundane to something a little bit more exotic, so to speak, that there is a sliced up thing called an Isan sausage. That's a beef sausage, this particular one. And if you like your German sausages, your Eastern European sausages, I imagine you would like this. It's quite a spicy sausage. I'm eating it on the first night because the aroma is quite strong. But it's an absolutely delicious sausage. Now, Isan is a region of northeast Thailand, and it is up by the Lao border. Lao or Laos. The local pronunciation is Lao. But Laos, it sounds like somewhere in Africa, but it's not. It's a country between northern Thailand and China. So that sort of region, you know where I'm at with it. Anyway, probably the best thing to do with that would be to fry it off. But I don't like frying stuff in the car because it stinks. So I'm just going to boil it in some water, and then I'll tip that out, and then I'll just heat through that macaroni cheese. And hopefully it will make a decent combination. Probably a combination that nobody's ever made before. But when you're as hungry as I am, then who knows? Who knows what would taste delicious and what would not. Anyway, got my little screen going up there. Done some video on the IT setup in the car. Maybe that'll make it to YouTube. If it's fit for purpose, maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to get this sausage going and see what happens. Now, I've been off the drink now for 3 weeks. I've not touched a drop, save 2 small glasses of wine that I had with steak. I do find a wine is very nice with food. Been off the hard liquor now, not touched any whiskey, nothing. All I got is this 1 bottle of wine with me, again, to have a glass with food, not to be drunk independently. Do I feel better for coming off the drink for a month? 3 weeks, month? No, I don't. I wake up in the morning thinking, oh, I got to get off the drink, man. And I think, well, I haven't had anything to drink, not for weeks. So there we go. I'll probably end up hopefully being not a nightly drinker, but there's one got out of the waste. I'm going to be a more sort of social drinker. Maybe some cider over ice in the summer. I'm going to try and stay off the hard liquor a bit. But it can't be doing me any good. I don't think it's not advice to be followed, to be honest. I don't think alcohol is as bad for you as they'd like to make out, to be honest. I know people who had half a bottle of whiskey or a bottle of whiskey every night for years and never done them any harm. But there we are. All right, let's get that fired up. That's probably really crap advice, so don't follow that advice. Alcohol is bad, guys. Just a legacy drug, isn't it? Let's get them. I'm always scared of tipping stuff in the car when I'm cooking like this, but needs must. I've got the windows cracked in the front. I've got carbon monoxide detector there. So we're safe, we're safe. Let's turn that down a little bit too fierce. If the flames are lapping up over the side of your pot, or in my case mess tin, then that ain't good seeing. Right, no, I'm not gonna pour out the wine because I'll drink that before I even eat the grub. So I'm gonna watch it and wait, and then cook and eat and drink and take it from there. Later on, I'm gonna watch some stuff on YouTube, my usual camping videos, and perhaps a little bit of geeky sort of stuff, computer operating systems and stuff like that. Wow, living a dream. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, they're bubbling away like a good one in there, so I guess they'll be done already. In about 10 minutes. Rolling boil. Probably what I'll have to do, because it's like meaty stuff, isn't it? I'll bring it out, just let it relax, and then I can do that while I'm doing the macaroni cheese. Yeah. Right, okay. Smells nice. Unorthodox preparation, but perhaps one day if you see macaroni cheese with East sausage in some posh restaurant, you know where they got the idea from. Right, I got the East sausages there. They've been resting there for a little bit. I'm going to put the macaroni cheese all over the top of those. And that's going to have to do. That's going to have to do. So when the spring, summer months come on properly, I've got a field kitchen. I've had to store it under the vehicle, keep it dry. And I'm going to get a better type of more wind-resistant gazebo type thing. And do some proper decent scram. But when you're cramped up in a space that's about 3 foot by 3, and it's tipping down with rain outside, make do amend is the order of the day. Battery's almost gone, so a quick taste test. Oh, isn't it amazing? Oh, that's actually really nice. Probably catch you tomorrow. Oh, morning, folks. Right, day 2. I'm not a morning person, I'm afraid. I put it down to having a few drinks the night before, but I haven't had any drink for weeks now. It's not that. I'm just crap in the morning since the end of it. Always have been as a kid. So some people are night owls, some people are morning people. I'm definitely the nighttime thing. There's often a bit of a thing where people that are crap in the mornings, get up late in the mornings, they're somehow lazy. But I'm fiddling around with things sometimes at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just a different time scale thing, different sort of way about me. I'm more of a sunset person than sunrise. I can't remember the last time I saw sunrise. Anyway, I'm just trying to have a bit of a tidy up. It's actually 1 o'clock. The beauty of this time of year, it's staying light about 9:30. So even if I don't get out till 4 o'clock, I'm going to be able to walk around in the light up there. But I've got a good head torch, so it doesn't make any difference. Weather is actually pretty horrible. It's one of the worst days probably since I've been coming here all over the winter. It's driving rain, wet and windy, but there we go. Right, that's a little. So I got no electric this time, so I was a little bit cold. So I got out my summer sleeping bag and got an old duvet from home. We were just about to sling it, and I said I'll use it one more time on this next trip. It's only a summer one, so I've got 2. Oh, I've got indigestion. Excuse me. So this is the grim reality of staying like this. It's some channels seem to want to put a polish on things, or some channels seem to try and make it look really bad, like they're in a crisis every time they go out. I just tell it as it is, really. So there we are. Oh, I can't be bothered to fold that up properly. So my morning routine is to put the vehicle into what I call day mode, Now, day mode basically is the first night I just set up with this floor chair that you've probably seen before, and I sit and watch TV. And when I'm ready, I'll blow up the mattress. I don't bother to deflate the mattress every night. I just, after the first night, I just fold it up at the back of the vehicle and put all the bedding on top to stop it sort of springing back. And then I just set up the floor chair in front of that, and then good to go. Doesn't need an awful lot of space, but it is workable. So that's that. Everything is all charged up nicely. So I'm going off grid this time. There's no point trying to deploy the solar panels. It's overcast and all the rest of it. So that'll be something for another day. So we'll see how things hold up. I've done some video on my sort of IT setup. It's because I like mucking about with stuff. So I'll probably go back when I go off grid properly. I'll go back to a simpler setup. I'll probably still bring a sort of little 10-inch tablet, just the router and my phone. That'll be about it. Because with the tablet, I can link in a wireless keyboard and mouse and just run it like a little desktop PC type thing. So there we are. It's nice to have the Google TV and all that type of stuff, and the screen and the rest of it. But it does use a fair bit of juice. So if I want to go away for longer periods of time off grid, then I need to simplify, which is fine. Anyway, so yeah, no complaints on really. I didn't sleep very well, but I never do. Last time I had sustained decent pattern of sleep, I remember it well, was March 2014. I had about a week of good sleep back in March 2014. I might do a vlog and cover that one day if I remember to do so. But yeah, tossing and turning a little bit. Last thing, last night, I thought, right, let's get this mattress blown up ready. And lo and behold, the little stoppers to keep the air in, like the little plugs to keep missing. And I thought, I remember something vaguely about that. They're either in the box, underneath the cooker. I'm not going to muck about with that at midnight. Or they're in the front on the dashboard. And it was literally raining horizontally. High winds, obviously, outside. I'm not getting out there. So I thought, what can I do? I can either just try and set up something on the rock hard floor, or what have I got to hand? So I searched around, but what can I use to plug that? I thought, I've got to be able to think of something, and I did. And I'm actually going to leave it in there. It's that good. If I can find it. Quite often, I was saying I was down at Durdle Door. They got a lot of rooks and things. I'm a light sleeper if I do get off to sleep. So I take these little foam or sponge earplugs with me. I've always got a stock of those. So I thought, hang on. So they expand basically. So you just roll them up and then in the ear. So I thought, yeah, and then they expand. So I rolled that up, plugged the hole in the airbed, and it's been a tip flaming top ever since. So I'll just leave that in there now, and hopefully I'll come across the proper stoppers in due course and reunite them with the mattress. So that was that. Apart from that, I didn't put the gazebo up because it's been really windy. So in the past, I have put the gazebo up and it's blown up windy in the night. And you're thinking, oh, I'm worried about that. Is it going to blow away and all the rest of it? Is it going to be something that's going to go off flying in the air and land on somebody's posh motorhome, or perhaps even impale some people outside? I'm that pessimistic. So I've not deployed it. But again, if there's noise going on outside, I'm listening for things, or even normally, I'm just listening for things outside. So quite often I do use those earplugs, but then I'm going to go into this a bit more in a vlog. But I'm always thinking about stuff all the time. And so you're just left with silence and the voices in your head type thing. You know? So what I've started to do now is play something called pink noise. It's almost like the good bits of listening to rain. It sounds a bit like, but it's constant. And I find I can get off to sleep quite nicely as long as you get the volume right on this pink noise. It's like a 12-hour video. There's a few of them, 12-hour videos, pink noise, black screen on YouTube. So just play this pink noise. Apparently there's other colours of noise. Obviously most people know white noise. There's brown noise. Apparently that's good for people with tinnitus and stuff. It's different, and that seems to replicate the sound of a constant sort of windy sort of sound, which can be quite soothing. But I find there's some videos on YouTube, and they are literally storm sounds. But I end up listening for the variation, and if there's an occasional thunderclap in it, that no, what was that? You know, so I like this pink noise because it's absolutely constant, and it works. I wouldn't say great, but it works fairly well for me to get off to sleep and stay asleep. So yeah, if you're of a certain type of mind, then give it a try. I'm going to cover that probably in a vlog. Some things I'm sort of discovering about myself somewhat in later life. So do please keep an eye out for that. Anyway, that's enough chat for now. I need to carry on putting this into day mode. I'm going to lob some lunch together, some dinner. Dinner in my parts, West Country, and other parts of the UK, dinner is dinner time, as in lunchtime. Some people call dinner the evening meal. I call that tea. Okay, so if there's any confusion, that's the definition. Tea is tea time, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Dinner is dinner time. Okay, which is what they call dinner ladies, as far as I'm concerned, in the schools. Dinner is dinner time. It's lunchtime. Okay, so that's my definition. So dinner. I got a fair selection of stuff. We had some pre-prepared stuff in the freezer back home, so I've just brought all that, and I can put the new kit down the way there. I won't nuke it in the day because there might be too many people down there. But I might nuke something tonight when we get back off the hills. But I'll probably do something out of the box of stuff I brought with me. Or I've got some nice frankfurters and some rolls, so I might do those. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm talking to myself, to the camera for a change, but I do talk to myself all the time anyway. But that's why the videos ramble somewhat, because I'm talking all the time anyway. It just happens to be on video this time, but hey ho. Right, let's get this show on the road and get some grub, have a bit of a wet whitewash, and get dressed up suitably for the hills, and let's hit them. It looks like it's brightening up a bit. The wind is vicious. Anyway, I got that stuff. It looks like a cross between trail mix and the contents of a cat litter tray, but that was actually frozen. It was some leftovers, and that's basically like a ricey sort of spam sort of something or other. And I'm going to just whiz that around in that pan there and see how we get on with that. I got an orange for afters. There we are. It's all right though. Some of this stuff you put in the freezer, it doesn't look appetizing at all, but when you get it cooked up and the smell comes up, it's all right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to get myself sorted out after this, and we'll take it from there, eh? Okay, that's done. Piping hot. So I just did that in the frying pan. Just add a little bit of water to it and just broke it all up and spread it out and warmed it through. So that is piping hot and lovely. It's got some spam in it. Some people look down their noses at spam, but yeah, I know for one thing, in I think it's Korea, they actually consider spam to be something of a delicacy. So I'm with the Koreans on that one. So I'm going to weigh into that and see what the day brings. Okay, I'm ready to hit the hills. 3 o'clock this time. I'm no worse. I've been out at 4 o'clock before, so I'm not early riser. Now there's that really steep hill. Obviously the camera never does it justice. Now where I talk to you usually is a stop off up by those trees. Round about, well, you can see that row of trees there. I'm not going to try and put my finger in the shot. And then I'll either go along the road track around to the right, then to the left, and then I'll go sometimes to the top. So yeah, let's see how it goes, eh? Right, they're mowing the lawns and everything, ready for the influx this bank holiday weekend, and they'll all be rolling into town probably on Friday. So that's why I'm leaving on Thursday. Yeah, and the M5 is going to be chock-a-block. Apparently, they reckon there's 16 million people are going to be hitting the roads on Friday, and no, thank you. So I should be off the roads and back home before then. Right, I won't lie to you. I found this rather difficult today. Surprising, 1 month of I won't say inactivity because I've done a lot of DIY and a lot of running around, as far as sort of going from place to place, but not running, literally running. And my hill walking has been non-existent, and it's very quick. I've got fairly heavy legged, so yeah, I came up the first hill okay, about par from the course, but felt like legs like concrete. But I'm going to try and walk them off today, and go out for a bit of a faster walk tomorrow. Now it's saying temperatures like 13 degrees and stuff, but with the wind chill, it feels as cold as it's been all winter, really. So I've had to stop off and take my baseball hat off and put on a woolly hat. It's only it's my balaclava rolled up like a woolly hat. It's a good all-purpose hat. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to head up to the Three Peaks there, and that's a good walk. And then on the way back, that's when I tend to explore more. What I tend to do is get to them as like a benchmark, and then I sort of find different places to go. Now that sort of middle lower hill there is surprisingly nice, actually. I liked it up there last time, so I might go across there. I think I can go a bit further this time. Look, oh my god, there's somebody over there. Look, that's no good. I'll have to get a wriggle on and leave him behind. But he seems to be moving pretty quick, so my fat short legs probably won't be able to keep him at the bay. Right, let's crack on. Right, I'm at the trig point again. I saw a bloke behind, and that was my spur to get the ppms up, and he didn't catch me up. That's a rarity. So either I'm fairly fit or he's not walking very quickly. But having that sort of self-imposed target, oh yeah, I want to get to the trig point and I wanted to not get overtaken by other walkers, that got me moving at a fair old decent walking pace. So there we go. That's the only way I can sort of get things done, is by ramping up the anxiety and the sense of doom, and that'll get me going. So there we are. Right, I've been here a stack of times. Visibility's not very great. I've seen some wonderful sort of golden hour sunsets and things from up here, but today I can't even see the Brecon Beacons or anything like that. Extremely windy, so I had to put a hat on instead of my cap because I could feel the wind chill getting in my ears. So there we are. Okay, where shall I go now? Go down over there. I know where that comes out. Don't know really. Over to there. I don't know. I think, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go over because I've got loads of time. It's taken me about an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm a bit off the pace. Best time up here is about an hour. I'll give that a shot again tomorrow. I've loosened up a bit. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to head over there, look. And I know where it takes me out, but I haven't been that way for a while. Perhaps go along that ridge around the back there. And so I've got plenty of time, so I might go up the middle sort of fork as well. So right, let's crack on. Right, I've headed down, just maybe make out that trig point on the top there. So I've ripped down through there. And here's another sort of monumental stone. Looks ancient, but no, it's actually one. Very windy. I apologise if there's any wind noise on the audio. It's actually one that's placed there, I believe, for been here before. Still, even that's 24, it's only a quarter of a century ago. to me, the millennium seems like yesterday. Anyway, so I reckon I may head up that way, and I think I got to drop down into a valley or go round and along. I don't know whether I'll make it the first stop or the last stop. There's another trig point up on a common up there, so I think I'm going to do that one. I seem to have got a bit of life back into the legs. Now I pick the paces per minute up with the sort of artificial feeling of doom that bloke was going to catch me up. That's the type of thing I got to do to get a wriggle on really sometimes, is to create an artificial target for me to hit, and that was to evade capture by that bloke. I'm sure he's absolutely fine, but if you've got the same thought process of mine, you'll know. If you don't, you just think I'm nuts. Probably the latter. Anyway, that's where I'm going to go up there next. That might actually be the third peak, actually. So we'll see what what the next hour or two bring. It's 20 to 5 now, but I say it's light for hours yet, so I'm fine. Okay, before I leave my latest position, I've just got a bearing over to the trig point that I want to end up at. It's pretty much back the way I came, but I will head up over that way. And it's 4.63 kilometres away. So, yeah, but it does take me down inside a valley. That's certainly not, we're all over the place at the moment because I'm not walking, but let's see what happens. There we are. As I start to walk, there we go. It's over that way. I won't go back that way. It's the same as I went. I'll go up over there and see what happens. The weather's actually turning a bit sour, so I might put my little sort of raincoat on the top of myself, and that covers my bag as well. So I think I might actually just drop down into that valley a little bit, get some shelter, and dress a little bit more accordingly. Right, so I'm back on the, well, I assume it's the middle mound. It's quite amazing how they position those mounds, because I'm up, there's the one with the trig point. I guess I'm on the middle one, as you look at it from down the way there. But the third one's nowhere to be seen up here. I've come up from over there. It's not over there. So these ancient people, they really did position them very well. So they looked in line and prominent from various directions at lower levels. Absolutely brilliant. I imagine with the erosion that's taken place over, I don't know, hundreds, maybe 1,000, maybe even more than that years, they were far more prominent as well. So quite a signal they were sending out to people that, I don't know, there's some sort of chieftain or something that ruled the land around here and not to mess with them. Or they were very important people or persons buried down within these things. I don't know if they've ever been excavated or investigated, I do not know. But there's a hell of a lot of these things around the UK and no doubt around Europe and probably around the world. Burial mounds, burial chambers, and all that type of thing. All fascinating stuff. Anyway, I thought that was the hill I was heading to. It's not. I think it's that one over there. So I need to investigate the route over to that one. Looks like quite a decent sort of route that way, straight ahead. But it depends how far down into the valley I've got to go. So it may mean that I just go around that ridge there. And I tell you what, there's burial mounds over there. I can sort of see them. Yeah, I think they're shown on the old OS map. I think there's at least a couple over there as well. So a lot of history around this this area, to say the least. So well, Wales and UK and all the rest of it in general, really. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can pick up a route over to there. That takes me over the sort of middle spur, but that is quite nice up there. So I'll check it out. Right, weather's turning a bit cack, to be honest. But there we go. It's all part of the fun. Let's come down. I don't want that to happen because that'll fill up with water. Hell's bells. Right. Okay, that's better. Right, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to think about a nice hearty plate of grub when I go back tonight. I'm just going to do an easy soup. I haven't got the luxury of the slow cooker this time because I've gone off grid. So there's no grub on the go down there at the moment. But I'm going to rustle up a soup. I'm going to dip some nice bread rolls into it. So that'll do for tonight. And that'll be my sort of spur to get around up here. Now, this type of weather doesn't really bother me. What does bother me, if I hear thunder and I see lightning, I will get off here really quick. I've had bad experiences with thunder and lightning before, and I don't want to get struck by lightning. So that's the one thing that will get me off these places. And sometimes this type of sort of semi-hailstone precipitation can contain some nasty sort of static and thunderous type weather. So there we go. Right, let's get a wriggle on. I'm getting soaking up here. Righto, that's as much as I'm going to do today as far as different locations. I think I spotted the trig point where I was intending to go over there somewhere, but I can't be bothered with that tonight. It's been raining constantly since I last did a clip of video, and we're now up to 7 o'clock. So I've now been walking 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 hours, and probably got an hour to go before I get back to Camp Berlingo. So there we are. I'm tempted to come up this way again tomorrow because I can get onto that bit of a hill there. That looks pretty tasty down there. So I think I'll do that tomorrow, and perhaps then I can pick up that trig point hill. It's either that one or the next one along. I saw the trig point earlier on, but it's all gone into the clouds. I've been up there before. And then there's a fairly straightforward route to get back to the campsite from there. So that's tomorrow's walk. So there we go. I think 5 hours is enough. I'm getting pretty hungry. So yeah, I'll probably call it a wrap for the walking part of this video today. And I'll see you back at Camp Berlingo. We're coming back. It's 10 minutes past 8 now in the evening. So yeah, pretty wet, sometimes windy excursion today. Bottom half of me is soaking wet. So I'm going to get out of Willie's wet clothes now and sort out something for tea and hunker down, really try and get warm, because I've got no fan heater or radiator this time because as you can see, I ain't connected up to the electric. So it's my only not my only hope, but my aspirations for future trips will be to sort of get, as things get busier, to get over the sort of back end of sites, the more remote sites. There's a few I've got my eye on, but there we go. The other caravan that was in there yesterday is gone. It's just me in this corner now. It'll all kick off this weekend because it's bank holiday weekend. A few here, but yeah. I think what I'll do actually, I got that bottle of wine, but I don't think it's very cold. I think I'll try and get it in that stream up there to chill it a little bit. Right, that's the first job. And then get out these wet clothes. Job number 2. Okay, day 3, last full day here. I'm going to do some sausage rolls, hot dogs, call them what you will. So I don't really like frying stuff in the car, so I'm boiling them. A lot of people would say that's the best way to do sausages, but I would tend to boil spam and all sorts when I'm in here, rather than stay away from bacon really, because that really can get into the fabric of the vehicle. Anyway, I'm going to slice up these rolls. A bit of tomato sauce, that's all I've got. And nice to have some fried onions, but I'm not going to do that. Just really feeling up for the hills this afternoon. Apparently there's going to be some thunderstorms in the southwest. I said that's one of my big fear, thunderstorms. But if I start to see signs of them, then I should be out of that scene up there ASAP. Come up that really steep hill again. This time I only had to stop 3 times. instead of my usual 4. Felt comfortable doing that. I could probably really struggle and get up in 1, but bearing in mind that I'm nearly 56 years of age, a dodgy age, and I don't want to induce a heart attack. I must admit, a lot of these benches I see, RIP Tessa Yates there, aged 52 years. And quite often I see these benches, RIP in memoriam, and it's people that are either younger than me or about the same age or maybe a bit older. I hope it's got nothing to do with hill walking being bad for you. I can't believe that. But you just don't know what's around the corner, do you? Some things are just unavoidable. Some things I think you can help mitigate, and that's why I'm out walking these hills. Hopefully I'll be down to about 14 stone by the time I get back, which means that since probably about September last year I've dropped 2 stone literally just by walking the hills. So yeah, what I've got to watch though is fitness just drop off. I've not been out for a month. I've only put on a kilo, if that, probably because I've not been drinking. But yesterday I did feel it, although I have to say I've not been sleeping well pretty much ever since I stopped drinking, to be honest. All sorts of nightmares, tossing and turning, not a good night's sleep at all. So I was walking the hills pretty tired yesterday anyway, so maybe that had something to do with it. I had a reasonable-ish night's kit last night. Probably crap by most people's standards, but by my standards reasonable. I had about 2 or 3 nightmares this morning. Oh, but there you go. Anyway, let's get out, get some fresh air, and idea today is up to there, switch back on itself, and there's a little start of a path there that takes me up another steep bit. Then I can get round to that sort of hill's edge sheep track, and that's lovely around there, and then see where the day takes me from there. I think I left at about 4 PM. I was chatting to a chap that arrived earlier today, so yeah, nice chap. So yeah, here I am. Okay, let's crack on. Here you go, folks. No need to say anything, just let the scenery do the talking. What a difference a day makes. So very clear view of Penavon Corndy over there, and a few other the higher peaks over there in the Brecon Beacons, probably about 15-20 miles away, I guess. There's my 3 peaks there. Don't know if I'll go up there today or not, I don't know. Nice pond over there, looks like just a random pond, but most of these ponds are actually shown on the really old maps from going back to 1860s and stuff, if you look those up online, and quite a lot of them have got names as well, so they are pretty ancient pools, ponds, call them what you will. And then across there to the wonderful countryside of Mid Wales and beyond, probably can see some Herefordshire and things like that, maybe even a glimpse of Worcestershire and Shropshire and all that type of stuff. But there we go, this is me 100% off the beaten track. I like doing the hard climbs for fitness, but it's just really nice sometimes just to meander. Just me, myself and I. Just meander in the middle of nowhere. Righto. I said last couple of times I've been here that I wanted to go down through that valley, and I've happened upon it. Nice meandering, no particular objective in mind type walk today. This place has dried out considerably, which is surprising because we've still had a lot of rain this last few weeks. But probably a couple of weeks ago that would have been impassable down there. Anyway, just going to cross over the valley floor there. I could go up there, or I think I'll carry on around there, and there's another track to the top further up there. I think I know where that comes out, which is just where I want it to come out. Okay, let's toddle on. Righto, rain's come in as it did yesterday, but a little bit later in the evening. I think it's about 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. at the moment. 7 o'clock, got to get away quite early tomorrow, so probably won't head down that spur today. Might find that other trig point, although I've been up there before, I don't know. So yeah, getting a bit hungry as well, so we'll see what happens. But I think I've done a fair bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Been on a 4-hour walk today, and yesterday that's 9 hours of solid walking. I don't sit about having a picnic lunch or anything like that. It is walk, 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 apart from occasional swig of water and a little chocky bar for a bit of energy. So there we go. Right, let's see where my nose takes me. Okay, I'm back. I got back at 8 o'clock. It's now 8:30. I've just been down and done. It looks dreadful in the light, but it's actually quite nice. It's probably a butter chicken curry. I haven't tasted it yet. There's what I usually do is do a curry that's too big, and we freeze some of it, and I bring it with me when I come away. And that microwave pilau rice is actually very nice indeed, from Home Bargains. So yeah, other outlets are available. No sponsorship. So I'm going to crack on with that and just sort everything out, really. Have a bit of a tidy up. And call it a night, and then tomorrow up, pack, down and away before the bank holiday traffic starts kicking in. Probably from Thursday onwards, I would have thought. I think by Thursday afternoon we're going to start seeing some. So there we are. Let's get on with it. Okay folks, I'm ready to pack all this clutter down. I keep it fairly tidy, but I do tend to end up with a fair bit of clutter up on there and in a couple of other places. So yeah, I need to pack down and get away by 12. They're not ultra strict on the departure time when the site is quiet, but I've imposed that as a strict deadline to get me going and to set a fire under my ass to get all this packed away. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, it's all been pretty good. Everything's worked out all right. A little bit uncomfortable on the airbed. I may need to look at that a little bit more. IT setup worked extremely well, except it's not exactly frugal with power consumption. So I'll look again probably at the Google TV side of things, because that does seem to consume rather a lot of electricity. I don't really need the Pi-hole DNS and all that type of stuff. So when I go off grid, I'll perhaps try and be a little bit more limited to what I roll out as far as the IT setup is concerned. I'll probably just bring the Chromebook, actually. That works absolutely fine. And yeah, if I charge it up, I would say a tip with all this, if you're going to go off grid, charge everything up completely before you go. If you don't, then you're wasting your off-grid electricity before the get-go, basically. So if I charge the best Chromebook I've got, that's probably good for about 10 hours of use before it needs recharging. So that's dealt with a fair old chunk of a off-grid camping trip straight away. So I'll go with that probably, and yeah, see how it goes really. So yeah, it's getting dark outside again, so I reckon it's going to rain heavily as soon as I start packing away. So hey ho, but at least this time I've got no electric hookup to put away outside, and I didn't deploy the gazebo because it's been too damn windy to do so. So anyway, that's enough gas bagging. Let's crack on and get all this crap put away.